Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, April 18th of 2025, and it is a beautiful morning today. I'm out here in North Carolina on US 64. I'm heading east. This would take me all the way down to Franklin if I were going to Franklin, but today I'm heading out to Mooney Gap, and I'm going to pick up some hikers and get them over to Deep Gap so they can start their hike. It's a gorgeous morning. It's 61 degrees out, and we're looking at a high of 80 today, so it's going to be a warm day. So it's a beautiful day. Things are blooming, flowers, the leaves are popping out on the trees. Every time I drive down these roads, it's just even greener and more beautiful. But I hope everyone's having a great day. And after I get these folks dropped off at Deep Gap, I'm going out to Mud Gap on the Cherahalla Skyway and getting the rider back to Tapico Lodge. All right, I'll be back later with more. All right, this is Wallace Gap, and now I'm turning onto Standing Indian Road, and I'm heading towards USFS 67 that goes up to Betty Creek Gap, and it goes to Mooney Gap, and it takes you out to the road that goes up to Albert Mountain. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to pass Rock Gap in just a moment. I'm going to keep on going all the way to Mooney, and then we're off to Deep Gap. Mile 85 on the Appalachian Trail, heading north out of Springer. All right, I'll be back later. All right, right now I'm coming upon Rock Gap and still making my way out to Mooney. Looks like there's a hiker feed going on there. So I have about 8 miles or so until I get there, but this is going to turn into gravel, so it's a little slower going, but that's where I'm heading right now. And it's still nice out. It's 59 degrees here. Temperature dropped a little bit once I came up over the mountain. That's because I'm heading further into the woods also. Alrighty, I will be back later on. I am on USFS 67, and I have about 8 miles of this road before I arrive at Mooney Gap. So I'm just going to wind my way through the forest and enjoy the ride. It's beautiful out here. There's lots of spots to camp by the creek, a lot of little turnouts where people can come and camp. It's like that along a lot of the Forest Service roads. And just a really pretty day. You can see everything's getting green. The trees are filling out with their leaves. Flowers are starting to bloom. The trees that have flowers are starting to bloom, and just overall a beautiful spring day. Alright, so I'm still driving down USFS 67, making my way to Mooney Gap. About 3.5 miles left. I should arrive there right about 9:40, 9:45. Our riders are going to be a little bit early, so we should all arrive right on time. In fact, I think the vehicle that's up in front of me there is probably them. But anyway, it's going to continue to make my way down in here. Really pretty in here today. I like coming out to Mooney and Albert and these roads out here. I think they're beautiful drives. And of course there's the creek that's off to the right as I'm going in, and that's really pretty too. You can't really see it much, but it's beautiful. Alright, road's super dusty, but you know, the water is still really good on the trail. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so right now we have Betty Creek Gap Trail to the right of us. We pick up and drop off a lot of hikers that have made their way into North Carolina, and you know, between here and Albert Mountain, and then coming out at either Rock Gap or Winding Stair Gap. So that's one of the very popular pick up and drop off places out here. I'm not too far from Mooney Gap now. Up here in a little bit on the left hand side will be the turn to go up to Albert Mountain, but I'll continue to the right at the fork because again I'm heading to Mooney Gap. Alright, it's nice out here today. It's 57 degrees in here, and it's can see the sign right there in front of us, but I'm going over here. I'm taking USFS 83. This is going to take me about a mile and a half down to Mooney Gap. I'm going to meet our riders this morning. The other vehicle that was in front of me, they took the turn and headed up towards Albert Mountain, so that's not our riders. Probably just some folks out here enjoying the day, or maybe they're going for a hike, who knows. Maybe just climbing up to Albert Mountain today. But anyways, just continuing on. Going to meet our riders and get them off to Deep Gap.